The guys over at Grabian, they created like this 3 or 4 minute long compilation. I'm just playing a little tiny bit of it, but you're going to get the picture. This is how they think.
What would a second Donald Trump term look like?
Well, he cannot be the next president. Because if he is...
You can't imagine the things that he's going to do. Mexico, Canada. We can't go to Canada because eventually Canada will become annexed to America.
And shoot visitors to the White House. Yeah. That means he can shoot the First Lady.
We're going to see violence, the likes of which we didn't even see on January 6th.
Make it illegal to run against him, to throw his opponents in jail, to shut down the media.
He will make himself into the Fuhrer, and he will make everybody raise their hand and salute him.
Using martial law against the American people.
Terminate the Constitution.
To rewrite the Constitution.
Create mass internment camps.
Throw everyone into Gitmo.
Might be sent to jail, or their rights might be suppressed, especially minority groups in society.
You might have any number of things happen to you and your family.
Every one of us, our freedom, our liberty, none of us is safe.
It's going to have people around him executing against an enemy's list.
Assassinate.
You scared yet? I mean, this is how freaked out they are. They are just totally freaked out. They can't let them win. They can't let them win. You're going to hear a lot more of that, by the way, as we get closer and closer to 24. Warning, warning. And you're going to hear it from entertainers too. In fact, this one, Rosie O'Donnell is back in action with full-blown TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome 2.0. She was kind of upset because, I don't know, is she like UFC fan? I didn't realize that, but she was like freaking out because, take a look, Trump went with Dana White again and Kid Rock to the UFC thing. There was like a fighter that he wanted to see who I think actually won. And Rosie was like flipping out. She's like, oh my gosh, you know, she just can't take it. Let's watch her total meltdown because it's just, you know, kind of fun and funny. And we need a little levity these days.
Trump just arrived at the UFC296 because he loves Colby Covington. And Leon Edwards, I hope, is going to smash his face in. Because I can't stand Colby Covington, and I can't stand Donald Trump. And the one thing I hate about the UFC is that he ruins it every time he shows up. I mean, come on, Dana White. You got to do better. Really? Really?
Oh, you know, I just didn't know that she was a UFC fan, but it kind of makes sense. Anyway, he's hanging out with the UFC guys. He's got his buddy Kid Rock, who, you know, I told you the other day, I don't know what's going on with Kid Rock. Like, he's suddenly like all about the Bud Light thing. Of course, Dana just did this huge deal for the UFC for over $100 million for Bud to be the sponsor. So just so you know, it might have something to do with that. I don't know. But point being, Rosie's mad. TDS 2.0. You ready for it? I'm not, but you know, we're going to get a lot of it. And it is 2.0 because it's like on steroids at this point. So prepare yourself, ladies and gentlemen.